I want you to make yourself comfortable and allow your eyes to close. Then lift one arm a little and just let it drop. Let it drop heavily, as if it were the arm of a Raggedy Ann doll, one of those floppy dolls or animals. Choose one in your imagination. Choose a doll, an old beloved soft teddy bear, a velveteen rabbit, a beanbag toy, or even a pillow or blanket. Choose anything soft which you like. Lift the arm again a little and drop it, and then let it rest for a moment. Now, think of your arm again, but don't lift it in reality, just in the imagination. Lift it in the imagination and think that you are dropping it again. Let the arm go limp like a rag while you breathe out. And now, work with the other arm. Use either your imagination or really lift it at first. It does not matter. But do not lift it too high, just enough to feel its heaviness, and let it drop, but gently and relaxedly. Learn to do it more and more in your imagination only. And when you breathe out again, drop it, let it go soft, let it go limp and relaxed. Next, lift both arms together and allow them to drop. Simply relax them. Allow them to be limp and soft. Then lift one leg. Lift it only a little, just enough that you can feel its heaviness, and allow it to drop, limp and relaxed, limp and soft. Do this always when you breathe out. Don't lift the leg too high so that it does not hit too hard. Or better yet, lift it only in imagination. Do this a few times in your imagination only, and just let it become heavy and relaxed. Now do the same with the other leg. Lift it a little, and while you breathe out, let it relax. Let it go soft like a rag. Let it drop like the leg of a giant rag doll. Feel free to move your legs or any part of your body to a more comfortable position anytime you want to do so. And now, both legs together, lift them in your imagination and let them relax, limp and soft, like a rag or a beanbag. And finally, all limbs together, both arms and both legs, breathe out and allow them to be limp and relaxed, heavy and comfortable, like a giant rag doll, well supported by the chair, the sofa, or the floor. Next, imagine that you put your rag doll into the sun. Let it be warmed by the sun. The giant rag doll is lying very relaxedly. Feel how the sun is shining on it. Feel it on one arm first, and then on the other. See to it that the head of the rag doll is in the shade and kept cool. but all the limbs are sprawled out in the sun. Feel your arm warm, soft, and relaxed. And then feel the other arm warm, soft, and relaxed. And then let one leg be nicely warmed by the sun. And then the other leg, nicely warmed, soft, and relaxed. Remember, you are the giant rag doll, and you are lying in the sun. All your limbs are nice and warm, but your head is lying in the shade and is comfortably cool. And now that you are such a nicely relaxed rag doll, imagine you have within yourself something that is like a little motor, which makes you go all the time, and that is your heart. It just keeps you going all the time, day and night, whether you keep track of it or not. And just as you walk or run, sometimes a little faster, sometimes slower, and sometimes skip along, just so that little motor in you sometimes goes a little faster, sometimes slower, and sometimes skips. That is quite normal. And now just feel, if you can, the rhythm of your heart. It does not really matter whether you can feel it or only imagine it. But think of your heart and say, "Thank you," to it. This organ works all the time for you, whether you think of it or not. So now, just stay with it for a while and say, "Thank you." Thank your heart that it does such a good job for you. Next, for a moment, pay attention to your breathing. The breathing rhythm, just like the heart, sometimes goes fast and sometimes goes slow. Allow it to go as slow or as fast, as shallow or as deep as it wants to. If you have to sigh, that is fine. If you want to inhale deeply, that is fine. Just follow the breathing. And then, for a moment, just imagine that the air which you breathe streams in at the fingers while you breathe in, up your arms, and into your shoulders and chest. And then, while you breathe out, down into your abdomen, down into your legs, and out at your toes. And repeat this for 2 or 3 breaths. Imagine that the air which you breathe streams in at the fingers while you breathe in, up your arms, into your shoulders and chest, and then, while you breathe out, down into your abdomen, down into your legs, and out at your toes. And one more time, just imagine that the air which you breathe streams in at the fingers when you breathe in, up your arms, and into your shoulders and chest, and then, while you breathe out, down into your abdomen, down into your legs, and out at your toes. And repeat this for 2 or 3 breaths. Then imagine that you are floating on an air mattress in the ocean, a big river, or a swimming pool. Let slow and gentle waves carry you up and down in the rhythm of your breathing. Now, breathe into the palm of your hand and feel the warmth of your breath. Such warmth is within you all the time. Repeat it, and then put the hand down again and imagine. Imagine that you breathe this same kind of warmth into your own inside. While you breathe out, imagine that you breathe that warmth down into your throat, down into your chest, down into your abdomen. Just become nicely warm inside. Or you may imagine that you are drinking something which really warms you nicely inside. Or even that something like a warmly glowing ball is rolling around within you. Allow it to warm your inside so that it becomes all soft and relaxed. Now, bring one hand to the mouth and lick 2 fingers. Then stroke the moist fingers over your forehead. Just stroke your forehead and feel the coolness of the moisture. If you want to moisten the forehead again, feel free to do so. And then, while you breathe in, feel the refreshing coolness of your forehead and imagine again that giant rag doll or rag animal lying with its head in the cool shade. Now, just lie there and relax completely for a while, and think of the rag doll with its body warmed comfortably, relaxed in the sun. Feel again the gentle cradling of the waves of the breathing rhythm. And while breathing in, feel the cool shade, the coolness on your forehead, and while breathing out, feel your comfortably relaxed body. And now that you are more relaxed, I'm going to ask you in a moment to imagine yourself on a summer's walk. As I ask you to imagine certain things that you may see while you are walking, you may be able to picture them in your mind's eye, or maybe you will find that you cannot see them at all. It does not really matter. You may be able to see another place, somewhere you have walked before, or somewhere you have dreamed about, or seen in a movie, or just daydreamed about, one time when you sat in the sun and closed your eyes. You may be able to hear my voice talking to you through this journey, describing things you may see on your way. Or my voice may just become very distant, part of the background, a gentle murmur that you can hardly hear. Or you may not hear any words I say at all. But this does not matter either, because the sound of my voice will continue to relax you, whether you can hear what I say or not. You may hear other sounds either within or outside of the room. If so, these sounds will not disturb you. They will just take you deeper into relaxation, deeper into your valley or forest, or wherever your mind has taken you. Or you may not hear any noises at all, just a quiet peace and tranquility. Now, you can feel the warmth of the sun on your face and on your shoulders and the top of your head. You stand still a moment and close your eyes, tilting your head upwards toward the sun. And as you feel the warmth of the sun on your face and sense the brightness of the sunlight beyond your closed eyelids, you may see colors just drifting in front of you. Maybe you see yellow, or red. Perhaps there's some blue or maybe purple. You feel more and more relaxed. You take a deep breath, and as you gently exhale, you feel at ease with the world. You become aware of how peaceful you feel inside, how nothing seems to matter right now. At this moment in time, everything is just perfect. You sigh, a very contented sigh, and you feel ready to continue to walk down the path in front of you. The path is meandering through a meadow at the bottom of a valley, made only of flattened grass where others have walked before you. The ground is a little uneven, but is soft beneath your feet. You may wish to take off your shoes and walk through the grasses barefoot, or you may prefer to feel your shoes gently rocking over the unevenness of the ground. On either side of the path is a meadow full of long grasses and wildflowers. They are the prettiest of purples, the palest of pinks, the purest of whites, and the most uplifting color of all, the soft yellows. Maybe you can smell the freshness of the meadow, or the smell of the pure, clean air. Perhaps you can hear birds singing. Somewhere in the distance, you can also hear a stream, softly trickling over rocks along its path. The sound of the trickling water intrigues you, and you look to see if you can locate it. Somehow you know that this stream will hold some special force which will wash away all things negative in your life right now. Your eyes search for it. To the left of you is an open green meadow, then a steep hill rising towards the blue sky, where you can see the color and the roughness of chalky stones. You notice a small blue butterfly fluttering across the meadow. Just for a moment, you forget that you are searching for the stream. You are totally mesmerized by the way the little blue butterfly flutters its wings so fast, yet seems to move nowhere. So much effort in those little wings, yet no progress. The butterfly just floats above a dandelion clock, which is swaying in the softest of breezes, a breeze so gentle that you hadn't even noticed until you saw the dandelion clock moving. But now you feel the gentle breeze in your arms, and your cheeks, and in your hair. You walk towards the butterfly to take a closer look, but as you draw close, it flutters away. You stop and watch for a while as it floats away from you, weaving in and out of the taller blades of grass. You watch it rise higher, and you catch a glimpse of the sky, almost clear blue, but with one fluffy white cloud just sitting up there in the sky. You are drawn to the cloud. You see a shape in the cloud, and you sense that you know what that shape is. But for a while it eludes you. Then, as you watch the cloud, you see a brief glimpse of that shape, and you think, of course, that's what it was, and you smile to yourself as the cloud slowly disperses a little and the shape is gone. You look back towards the ground, and you notice the dandelion clock that the butterfly had been hovering over. You reach out for the dandelion clock and take it in your hand. You can feel the cool stem in your hand, and you bring it towards your mouth and breathe very lightly on it. The little snowflake-like white fluffy seeds just move a little. Then you breathe more heavily on it. And again, the dandelion seeds move a little more, but stay firmly attached to their base. Then you pucker up your mouth, take a deep breath, and gently blow at the dandelion clock. Some of the seeds detach themselves and float off in the soft breeze. You watch them as they go, and somehow you know that every single seed that is blown away carries with it one of your worries. Somehow those worries become visible. You can see them. You know what those worries look like, and you can watch as they float away with the seeds. You watch as your worries float away. Your worries are gone now. You blow again, and this time each seed takes with it one of your fears. Again you watch as you see your fears attached to one of the seeds and float away. You watch as it goes. Your fears float away. Your fears are gone now, and again you blow. And this time, with each seed, one of your bad memories goes with it. All of your bad memories float away. All the bad memories are gone now. You look down at the dandelion clock and see just a few seeds left. You give one final sharp blow, and as you release every last seed with your breath, every self-doubt and negative thought within you goes with them. You watch as your self-doubt and negative thoughts float away, keeping them in your sight until they go off into the distance, carried away by the soft breeze. And as they disappear completely out of sight, your self-doubt and negative thoughts are gone now. You feel lighter, and somehow you know that your worries and fears, your bad memories and your self-doubts, and any negative thoughts within you have all been blown away too. You have no worries or fears, no bad memories, no self-doubt, and no negative thoughts. Your worries and fears, bad memories, self-doubt, and negative thoughts are all gone now. And you are suddenly aware of how relaxed you feel, how happy you feel, how peaceful you feel, how confident you feel, how positive you feel. You look around you again, this time determined to find the stream, because now you know that there's nothing that will stand in your way of something you wish to do. You will find the stream. You feel confident of that, and you strain your ears to hear where the sound is coming from. And as your eyes search for the stream, there in the distance, you can see the twinkling of the water as the sun catches it. As you look at the water, the sound of the water seems to become much louder. You can hear it trickling and gurgling over the stones as it makes its way down the valley. You walk toward the stream, watching the sparkling, twinkling water as you come nearer. When you reach it, you sit down on the grass beside it and look into the water. It is so clear. You can see every small stone and pebble within the little stream bed, some of them round, some of them flat, some larger stones sticking out above the water level of the stream. You consider how nice it would be to put your feet in the cool, refreshing water, and you look down at your feet. Maybe you have your shoes already off, or maybe they are on, and you reach to release them. Once your feet are bare, you dip them in the stream. You can feel the cool water rippling over them. You splash your feet a little and watch the droplets of water as they flick off of your feet and land in the water. And little ripples of waves radiate from each droplet that falls. As you watch each droplet become, once again, part of the main stream that continues to trickle down the valley. Then you draw your knees up a little and lie backwards on the ground. You can feel the sun against your face, and again you close your eyes. You feel so safe here in the valley, so peaceful. The brightness of the sun makes the colors run through your mind. And within those colors, you see pictures emerging of wonderful things you have seen before or imagined in the past. You watch those pictures as they flit in and out of your mind, one wonderful picture following another. You find yourself softly smiling to yourself, knowing that this is the happiest and most relaxed you have felt in a long time. You lie for a while, enjoying this moment, then somehow knowing that you can return here whenever you wish, exactly to this place, where you can feel exactly as you do now. All you have to do is close your eyes and imagine yourself back here. You feel rejuvenated by that thought. You feel positive about the prospect of coming back to this place whenever you need to escape here, wherever you are, whenever you need to. And the feeling is so joyful that you quickly jump up. You look all around you, you put out your arms and you twirl around in circles, feeling refreshed, happy, confident, joyful, like you want to sing or laugh. Then, as you stop twirling, you notice a row of large flat stones in the stream. You pick up your shoes and you step with your right foot onto the first stone. It feels a little cold beneath your feet. You sort of like that, but the cold feeling you feel motivated to step forward onto your left foot. And as you do, something that you have wished you could do in the past suddenly pops into your mind. And as you put your right foot on the next stone, all of a sudden you realize that there is nothing now to stop you achieving that in the future. You have left behind what you couldn't do, and now you know it's the right thing to do. Every time you step forward with your left foot, you think of something else, some other feeling of failure or restriction, which you experienced in the past is left behind. And each time you put down your right foot, you know that now you will be able to do this thing right. It's the right thing to do. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And with that, you have left behind all those things that no longer serve you. All the worries, fears, anxieties are gone. And you are very relaxed. In a moment, I'm going to bring you back slowly into a state of full waking consciousness. And when you return to full waking consciousness, you will feel refreshed and renewed. On 1, coming back slowly, feeling very relaxed, but beginning to stir ever so slightly. On 2, coming back a little bit more, feeling a little bit more energy running through your veins and running through your body. And on 3, wiggle your fingers and toes, and you can feel the energy in your limbs, your arms and your legs and your fingers and your toes as you wiggle them. And on 4, your eyelids are starting to flutter. Your eyelids are starting to flutter, getting ready to open. And on 5, you open your eyes, you're wide awake, back to full waking consciousness, feeling refreshed and renewed, very relaxed, very confident, eyes open, wide awake, completely alert, and very relaxed.